finalizingtime.com. Happy 4th of July. Today I'm making my handmade soap. I have a special order that I need to get moving on, and this is a test recipe for that order. So I thought I would show you guys the process that I go through. Just to give you an idea, some of the soaps that I have. This one here is a black cherry. Isn't that pretty? It was actually a failure, believe it or not, but in the end it ended up being really pretty, so I love this one. Oh, and it smells so good. And then this one here is Moonlight. And I love the colors and the swirls on that one. This one here is a blueberry. This one I made a smaller bar because people said the bars were a little large, so I decided to go ahead and make smaller bars also. And this one here is my raspberry. This is one of the first ones I made. I love this one. And this one here is my orange and clove. Doesn't that look like a thunderstorm? I thought that was pretty cool. So feel free to ask me questions as we're going along. I'm going to explain a little bit, but the recipe is in the description, so you can go and grab my recipe over there. How are we doing on there, Mike?
You're only on YouTube.
So I'm only on YouTube today. So it's going to be a smaller crowd. Yay. There you go. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my oils and I'm going to mix my lye into my oils. And I'm straining my lye because sometimes lye gets little fuzzies in there. And this one seemed to have just a tiny bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and strain that. Then I'm going to mix this up just until we get to trace. So I'm stirring it for just a little bit. And you want to get your oils to be about the same temperature before you mix them within 10 degrees of each other. And mine today are about 95 and 90. All right. Now, I'm going to divide a little bit of my batter because I'm going to do a cherry colored bottom with a white top, I think. I think that's the one that's going to go the best. So I'm going to put just a little bit of white in here and get it, yeah, probably maybe just a tad more. And put it in there. All right. Now, I'm going to take my colors, and I am mixing two different colors for this one. So these are from Mad Oils, and this one is Spicy Tomato and Voodoo, I think. I think this is Voodoo. So I'm going to mix a couple of colors in this one. Do we have any questions so far, Mike?
Sue says, love your apron.
Oh, thank you. Mom made that for me. Can you see it? Let's see.
You want me to tilt up again?
Nah, that's okay. Yes, Mom made that for me. Actually, this material is my kitchen curtains. So I'm just all matchy-matchy today. And thank you, Sue, for always joining us. We like having regulars. It's fun. It's like we know you guys. mixing my color into my batter. Normally, I missed a step. Normally, I put my color in oil and dissolve it first, and I sort of missed that step because, yeah, I just did. So I'm gonna get it in here with the stick blender. There, Mike said I was out of the shot. There. And I'm trying not to get a lot of bubbles in here, but because this is such a small batch that I'm testing, it's a little bit harder. So, all right. So got that. All right, and now I'm going to pour my fragrance, and I forgot to see, does this one have vanilla? So this is Cherry Mist by Rustic Essentials. Oh man, it smells really, really good.
It smells super good.
You like that one?
Yep.
You want me to smell like cherries, dear?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saving just a little bit for my white top that I have here that I don't have yet, but I'm just going to get this one done. Get it all mixed in. Then, I don't know if I should mix that a little bit more to get it thicker, because we're trying not to dawdle today, because it's the 4th of December. So, okay, now that's thicker. Yay. And I always take the bottom off because before I wipe off my mixer, because I don't want to like accidentally lop off my finger.
Oh, you would never do that.
I'm just waiting for Mike to come home one day and my finger's been lopped off.
We normally don't let her use anything except like rubber knives.
Oh, funny. Well,
Even
that's
the plastic
true.
ones are too dangerous.
I don't know. He's coming home all the time, and I've cut myself. So as you can see on here, I've marked where I'm going to put my cherries, so I can evenly space them. Get this one poured in. Can you hand me a napkin over there, Mike? I forgot. And the reason why I'm doing just a solid bottom and white with this one, thank you, is that I'm going to be stamping this with this company's logo. And so it appears that the stamps do better on solid colors from what I've researched. So then tap it so all the bubbles come out. Can you see all those air bubbles coming out? Okay, now we're going to let that sit. Do we have any questions?
Do you put the oils in now?
Yeah, I already put the oils in. I'm not sure which oils you're talking about, but they went in with the lye earlier and I mixed them with my immersion blender. So I'm just wiping it off because I don't want my red to get in with my white top. Normally I do this and I'll just wash this off in between, but since I'm at the kitchen table and not at the kitchen sink today, it'll be a little bit harder. Okay, and then see how it's spilled on the side here? I want a really nice top, so I'm going to just wipe that down so that I don't get red blotches in my soap there. All right. And I put a link below to some of the soaps that I have for sale, so you can go check those out. I will rotate them out as I get them sold, but right now that's a few that I have. I have a whole bunch more, but I just haven't got them on there yet. So now I'm taking titanium dioxide that I've already mixed with oil, and I'm putting it in my extra soap batter here for my white top. Then I'm going to blend this along with my fragrance. Is this my fragrance? Yeah, that's my fragrance. Ooh, that smells good.
Getting hungry.
Do I need to make you a cherry pie now?
Yes.
Oh, I should have for 4th of July. Huh. Oh well.
Can't modify this into a pie, right?
No, not really. That could be a little strange.
Be happy now sends you a smile.
Huh?
Be happy now sent a smile.
Hello. Thank you. Be happy. This set for just a minute to get thicker. Wow, that is really thin.
Jill Cooper says, "What are you doing at Grandma's?"
Well, Jill Cooper, which is mother in case no one knows, we are going over there to just say hi, because we haven't seen them for a week or so, so we were going over to my grandmother's. So, I am going to let this sit for just a minute, but I was going to show you, so these are my little cherries that I'm putting on top. You see those? Now, I have a mold that I purchased, and frankly, I don't like it very well. It's really hard to get these out, especially now that I've got some fingernails. Normally I don't have fingernails because I'm gardening so much, but this year I haven't done much in the garden. So I'm doing these, but I'm thinking about making my own silicone mold. I have a tutorial on how I did it for blackberries and raspberries, but I might just make my own. I don't know. I'm going back and forth. Yes, Mom, if you're still on there, everyone loves your apron. Isn't that pretty? See?
Show it to them.
See my little, there you go. Okay, so, oh dear, my soap batter is not setting up very quickly here. All right, so do we have any questions for the moment while I,
Nope.
Oops. No questions? Well, what do I do with myself then? Just, okay, well, that awkward moment when you're done quicker than you thought you would be because you're not on Facebook and you don't have too many people. So I was thinking about piping this, but it's really super runny. So what I might do is, I don't know what to do. Do we sit here and chit-chat for 10 or 15 minutes while it sets up?
Is it going to take that long?
Well, I don't know. Okay, guys, so tell me what you're doing today while we're waiting.
What's the next step?
Maybe 5 minutes. So the next step is I'm going to put this in a decorating bag that I have I don't know what kind of tip this is called, but it is a Wilton number, what is that, a star tip? Whoa, whoa, that could be exciting. A 4B Wilton. I don't know. Is that a star tip, Mom? I don't know. I'm not sure what you call that one. Mom's watching, so she'll chime in, I'm sure, and tell me. So I'm going to put it in here, and then I'm going to pipe it on the tap. So you can see, yes. Were you going to say something?
Your head's cut off now.
My head's cut off, yes.
322 message says, "Is this a late recipe like one of your other videos?"
Is this a what?
A late recipe? I have no idea.
Let me see. Is this a late recipe like your other videos? Says 322 MSG. I have no idea what a late recipe means, but yeah, this is my recipe for soap. And in the description, I put a link to it there. And then
Holly says, how long have you been making soap, and did you teach yourself?
Holly says, how long have I been making soap, and did I teach myself? So I've been making soap for about, well, okay, so here's the story. So I used to work at a store where we made homemade soap, and they did not have the hand blenders back then. So we had to sit and stir for an hour to make the homemade soap. And I really, so I didn't do that job anymore. And I think she ended up closing down shop anyway. It wasn't a very good business plan. She didn't have a very good business set up. But, so she ended up closing that down. I got married. And then later, I have always wanted to make lye soap, but they outlawed lye, so you couldn't get it anymore because people were making meth out of the lye. Well, just recently, they've started selling it again so that you can buy it online and stuff. And now my kids are old enough that I have time to do it, and so I've started making a ton of soap. And I have a link in the description below of where you can buy some, but if I don't sell it, my great-great-grandkids are going to be, my great-great-great-great-grandkids are going to be using my soap. But, you know, I showed in the beginning, in case you missed it, this is a couple of mine. This is one of my first ones that I did. This is a raspberry. And then this is an orange and clove. This is my favorite one. I love that one. And then here's a black cherry that I did. That one turned out really pretty. I like that one. It was actually a mistake, but it ended up being nice. This one's Moonlight here. I love the swirl on that one. And then this one's Blueberry. So these are a couple of the soaps that I have. But yeah, I don't know. Soap is just kind of one of those things that I just really like doing. And it's kind of crazy how much you can do with it now because you have the immersion blender to help you move things along and you can do things better. But yeah, I just really enjoy liking it. It's just a fun hobby. It's like gardening for me. But I like all the colors and smells. I've always been somebody who likes colors and smells a lot. And so, yeah. Any other questions?
There were a number. 322MSG was wondering if it was lard, but I said no, and then she found the recipe.
This one does have lard and olive oil both in it. So this one has lard, olive oil, avocado oil, castor oil, and I'm missing coconut oil in this one. So the coconut and the castor oil help make it bubbly. The lard is very moisturizing, and the olive oil is very moisturizing, and so is the avocado. And I should have brought a bar over and washed my hands with it so you could see what it's like. But okay, so now, any other questions?
Kamoyana says, do you have the instructions on the silicone mold?
Do I have the instructions on the silicone mold?
I'm wondering if it was how you made yours.
Oh, I don't have that. That video is made, but it's not edited yet. So I'll have Mike get it done here. Add it to its to-do list because you have nothing better to do, right, dear? Okay, this is still really thin, but I'm going to put it in my bag and see if it'll finish setting up real quick here while I finish answering questions. Now, normal people do this the easy way and get a big cup and put it in there, but of course I don't make my life easy ever, so. Hey, you're laughing a little too high there. Okay, let's see.
Addicted Prepper loves your soaps. They're very pretty.
Oh, thank you, Addicted Prepper. I appreciate that.
And Kamoyana says, I like the smell of coconut, so how can I make a coconut soap?
So you can just use 100% coconut oil, and I don't have a recipe for that, but you can just Google it. I'm going to actually be making 100% coconut oil soap one of these times to show you how to do it. But coconut oil soap is very good for cleaning. Coconut has a very high cleansing number, so that if you use it for laundry or for a stain stick, for guys who have really mechanic, dirty type hands, those are all really good uses for 100% coconut oil soap. So just Google coconut oil soap and you'll find something. But it's really got great cleaning powers. So, okay, so this is taking forever to set up, obviously.
Oh.
So, this one is not going to be piped. We're just going to dump it on there. See, it never goes like it does.
But you're just waiting.
I was waiting for it to set up more. Oops, wait a minute. Which direction am I going here? Da, 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 da. So you can see this is not set up at all. Mike's going to tip the camera down. There you go. And that's fine. It's the 4th of July. We got stuff we got to do, so I'm not going to keep going, or keep waiting.
So normally you would let it get thicker?
Normally I let it get thicker, so I would probably wait another 15, 20 minutes. Sometimes your fragrance will keep it from getting thick, which I think is what's happening on this one, because I have never had this happen before where it's taken this long to set up. So I'm pretty sure it's my fragrance that is stopping it from setting up. It will eventually set up, but for today, we're just going to keep on going here.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Since you're putting it on before it's quite set, can you kind of, use something like that tool there and kind of create the waves in it that you want later?
Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to do. If you wouldn't mind going and getting me a spoon. Because I forgot. And of course, we don't have any clean spoons. They're all in the dishwasher. Let's see. Simply Sarah's Crafts says, did you make all those cherry embeds? That's a lot. So she's talking about these cherry embeds right here. Yes, I did. I made them all, and actually I've made about probably 300 of these so far because I have a special store that wants these. And they already ordered several soaps. So, yeah. Let's see. Simply Sarah says, love your mixing bowls. Thank you. I put a link to some that are similar. They didn't have the same one anymore, but I put a link to similar. Addicted Prepper says, any tips on where to buy a blender like you're using really cheap? I just got mine at Walmart. You could get it at Amazon. Anywhere like there. As soon as we're done with the show, I forgot to put the link, but I can put the link to where I got mine on Amazon. Let's see. 322 MSG says, do you use Crisco or similar products for the lard? I have not made a Crisco soap, but that is on my to-do list for to show you guys how to do. I hear that it makes a very nice moisturizing bar of soap. And so I'm going to so I'm going to get the link on there as soon as we're done. Okay, so Mike's going to show you. Mike was talking about my little loop-de-doos on the top here. And let's see, which way do I need to come? This way.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up on this one. Wow, this is really thin. So this fragrance must keep your soap from setting up, because normally by now I've got enough of a thickness there that I can make a pattern. Yeah?
If it was set up already, you would be piping it like a cake?
Yeah, I would be piping it like a cake, and my little waves here would stay up better. So I think I'm just going to kind of go along here and see what we can come up with. Actually, that's not too bad.
They're happy clouds.
They're happy clouds. Oh, does anybody like Bob Ross? I love Bob. I used to watch him every Saturday. He was one of my favorite. Okay. Now, I'm taking my embeds. Oopsie, can you see? Yeah, there. Yep, there. Can you see my embeds? Okay. For those of you who are joining me. And then I'm just going to put one right in the middle on the top. And, you know what? Hand me those jugs there that we don't think look like jugs, and let me see what they say. Okay, so I want you guys' opinion on something. So I made these other embeds that I was going to use because this is a cider shop. But
Should we show them the actual cider jug?
do these look like cider jugs to you? Mike says they look like a vase. But do you think these look like cider jugs? Ugh, get closer.
You can hold it closer if you want.
Like that. There. Do those look like cider jugs or do they just look like a vase? We're trying to decide if I should use them or not. It's a cider shop, and she wanted a cider jug, but Mike thinks this looks like maybe, you know, like a Jesus vase from, you know, from biblical times or something. Oh, did you see what I just did? It's falling apart. It's falling apart. Okay. Oh, no.
Just keeping it real.
Just keeping it real, folks. Okay, I know. Nobody flip out because I'm not using gloves and I'm touching light. It doesn't sting me hardly at all, so I don't really care. I just wash my hands when I'm done. Okay, disaster averted. Back to soaping. Okay, so here we go. So, Addicted Prepper in 322 MSG says they like them. Do you guys think I should use them on there? I don't know. I'm trying to decide. I might make another batch and just do this one for now. But, well, I'm thankful it's setting up a little bit now so my cherries aren't just going clear to the bottom. But, all right. And then on here's a little tip. Put all your embeds going one way, and then the last one turn your last one going the other direction. And I don't know if you can tell on the cherries, there's this little, I don't know, what do you call that, dimple?
I'm not going to say what it
looks like a little pair of baby buns there. But that little dimple there is going, all of them are going this way, and then I turned, whoops, I didn't turn it. And then I turned the last one going this direction because when you cut it, then you have a clean cut on the inside for all of them, and your last one has a clean cut so you can see the direction when you do a pattern. So here is my cherry soap, whoops, for today. And you can see how pretty the cherry and the white is going to be on the bottom there. So I'll cut it tomorrow on the show. But I think that is going to be it. Julie wants to know, what are the cherries made out of? These are soap. This is melt and pour soap and not old-fashioned lye soap. But they are, here. These are melt and pour soap. I take the melt and pour soap and I color it and or fragrance it. These are not fragranced. They're just colored. So that's what I use these. You can get melt and pour soap anywhere. I'll put a link down in the description when we're done. And I think that's it. So you guys think I should use these little jugs next time, huh? For a cider jug? That looks like a cider jug, you think?
Simply Sarah says, Simply Sarah's Crafts, they do look like cider jugs.
So Sarah says they look like them, huh? Well.
Okay.
We'll see. I don't know.
Maybe you should hold it closer to the camera. Just kidding.
Okay.
No,
it's closer to the camera. Mike just doesn't think they look like cider jugs. And I can't tell if they do or don't.
Mike's not a soap professional.
Mike's not a soap professional there. Okay. All right. Well, guys, I hope you have a great 4th of July. Please subscribe if you like our tips and recipes. And please spread the word. We really appreciate it. It keeps us going. And please visit livingonadime.com. This recipe is in the description below. And I will cut this soap live tomorrow on Facebook and YouTube. Well, hopefully Facebook. We are having issues at noon Mountain Time. So I hope you have a happy 4th of July.